It's Monday. It's Monkey Island.
And it's Macabre. Welcome to Monkey Island Macabre.
The show where we say double homicide. That's such a Ravenclaw thing to say.
People wonder how we fit like over 100 episodes on just the game franchise Monkey Island.
Yeah, it's on just it's not a lot of data, surprisingly. You'd think these would be a little too much for such an outdated game, but we've managed to do it.
We're the masters of dragging shit out way too long.
Yeah.
I'm in the bathroom forever.
I have not left the bathroom since episode 1.
He's got quite the setup in
there. Boy, oh boy, are my legs white. Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, the show where Scones and I being Darcy, discuss various spooky, scary happenings, and you guys just sit back and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the ride.
Slow ride.
Take it easy.
And we sing that every 5 minutes of the show.
I hope you're ready. I got my timer on.
I hope you're ready. Also, I want to shout out the Julie Patreonis because Dakota Riggs had a great idea, which is that we should watch Sharknado and then do a review of it for Shark Week.
Oh hell yeah!
And I was like, Dakota, you're a bright individual.
Fucking deal, Dakota.
That's a great idea. Fucking deal. I double dog dare us. I don't care. I'll do it.
I'll triple.
Triple.
Shit.
I'll watch a movie from 2010. Fuck.
I don't give a shit about anything.
I'm a rebel. I don't care about anything. Hey guys, let's cool off.
Yeah. Hey, take it easy.
Hey, take it easy. You guys have been working all Monday morning for this.
Yeah. You earned this.
The boss is like, you know how we do pay around here. You work a few hours and then you get like roughly 30 minutes of two dum-dums talking. And you're like, that is why I'm not on unemployment right now, baby.
Sounds like a sick company.
Yeah, sickcompany.com/Elon Musk invest in me, am I right?
Dude, didn't like Richard Branson he just fight an alien or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we got that right.
Pretty sure he charted an alien bus to the moon.
Dude, so, hey, listeners.
Hey, listener. Okay, we got to get serious.
So, Darce texted me this weekend. He was like, hey, Saturday we had a good amount of downloads, a little spike.
Oh, yeah, something happened. I don't know who, I don't know the fuck did it.
We'll find him.
We're going to fucking find you. Yeah, something happened. We got a big old spike in downloads for just a random day of the week. So I was like scouring the net, as us cyber sleuths say, in 2001, and I could not find what had caused such a spike. Could it be a bug in the system?
Ooh,
maybe it's a glitch. But if anyone was like, hey, a bunch of friends listen to this, and they were all like, we'll all do that for you, we appreciate it.
I hope it was just like a sick, we ended up getting put on by accident, like a silent disco.
Yeah, that would be sick. So everyone out there is like, what? Yeah, they're all jamming, like rave music's playing, EDM, and then all of a sudden it's just us being like, and then the shark bit his toes off.
His toes are gone.
Everyone's like, this is a sick sample. I love this shit. Coachella's fucking crazy this year. But yeah.
So naturally, we had the spike, immediately went to my head. And so
yes.
I'm working on pitches for Netflix shows.
Yeah, Scones bought a Rolls Royce. He really went into debt hard. And so we need you guys to keep that spike going because boy, oh boy.
The loan was generous and the interest rates were high.
High and generous. The Scones and Darcy podcast.
Okay, so Darcy, I got my pitches for a Netflix show. If any listeners have like an uncle that's like an executive at like Netflix or something, like, okay.
My dad owns Microsoft, so don't bully me on Xbox Live.
Your dad is Steve Ballmer, owner of the Clippers and Microsoft?
No, my dad's the shoe bomber. Anyway.
So, okay, our first one. The first one is cryptids in cars getting coffee. So we drive around cryptids. They have to sit in the back seat.
Mothman's like, don't take me over any goddamn bridges.
Yeah, Mothman's like, yeah, so in the 80s, everyone was doing blow.
Me likey that.
Okay.
Cryptids in cars getting coffee is a 10 out of 10 idea.
Yes. Okay. I got 2 more ideas. So.
Wait, even if it's hold on. I still need to dig into this more because even if it's not a Netflix show, as like a YouTube series where we just like get I don't know where we'd find a Mothman costume, but somebody cosplays as Moth. Oh, this is great.
It is great. Like you got,
but I don't know if we
landing Bigfoot might be tough. His even getting in the door with his agents is probably hard. That guy's big.
I might call an audible and just make it on generic public transit, so it's just like a giant ass fucking Mothman sitting on a bus, just looking at like some like small child next to him and be like, "We used to do a lot of blow in the '80s." that.
Listen, back then everyone was making jokes like that. It wasn't just me.
Just because I could see Seinfeld coming after us because he seems ruthless.
He does, but that's how you get to the top, baby.
Hey,
it's sure lonely up there, but he loves the view.
Next 2 Netflix shows.
Okay, the other one is Fear Eye, where we take people who aren't spooky and we make them over to be way spookier.
To be really fucking scary.
People who are like, yeah, just life fell by the wayside. I got busy. I had kids. I had to take care of my business. And I'm like, I never got to be spooky. And we're like, all right, listen.
Well, listen, Spirit Halloween just opened up again, baby. It could be a sponsorship deal. I smell sponsorships.
It's perfect. It's just flushed with cash already.
Yeah, this is a big brain idea, Scones. These are 2 of the best ideas you ever had.
Yeah, and Netflix better be listening. All of our listeners, if you're not tweeting at Netflix or don't know anyone at Netflix casting, we need to get our foot in the door.
Yeah, we'll be like that meme of that like 14-year-old girl who's like, I want a Netflix show. Twitter, do your thing. But
yeah, exactly. Okay, the third idea is Too Haunted to Handle. So we got a bunch of, it's like the show Too Hot to Handle, where you get a bunch of attractive people and they can't have sex, but instead they're on an island and it's like Skull Island, and it's really scary and haunted, and they're really attractive and they can't have sex.
Oh, it's still the same attractive can't have sex. I thought it was gonna be like, and they can't kill people because they're spooky ghost spirits.
Oh, we could do that. I like a twist.
I thought the twist already. I thought wait, you already came up with the twist. What do you mean? The twist is that it's haunted.
You get a bunch of. No, I like yours. You get a bunch of murderous psychopaths on the island. And you're like,
and they can't murder.
But one rule, you can't murder. And they're all like, oh, what?
They're like, what? But we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface is his name. We got Leatherface over there. He's got a six-pack, and I've been staring at him all week. I like to think that you didn't think The Haunted was a twist, and you just have never seen the show, but you're like, I'm pretty sure that's what happens.
Oh, I for sure have never seen the show, but...
Scones is a huge fan of... Never mind.
I see like the ad that pops up when I first open my Netflix, and I'm like, all right, good, got it.
And you're like, this is all I need. I know what American youths like.
I walk away from this totally knowing what that's about.
Yeah.
And so if you know anyone on Netflix, anyone out there.
Yeah, guys. Dude, honestly, hey, we'll take a Hulu. We'll take
YouTube Red.
We'll take a Peacock even. I mean, that's kind of low-hanging fruit, but we'll do Peacock.
Apple TV Plus, stay the fuck away. We are not that low.
Yeah, Paramount Plus can eat a dick. Anywho.
We should probably get on to our normal programming.
Yeah, so since I did the last 2 episodes, because it was a 2-parter, Scones is going to be presenting today. Yeah, I do 2-parters. It's whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say that. What a flex.
Yeah, I'm the kid who raises their hand and reminds the teacher about homework. Scones is going to be presenting us today. Presenting us today? Present us, Scones.
Yeah, we got a listener suggestion. I believe they're also a Patreon listener.
Ooh.
We got a little suggestion from Kristen on Instagram at KMDoodles about a certain real scary lady. I hope we haven't talked about her before. The tale of Belle Gunness.
Belle what?
Belle Gunness.
Belle Gunness.
The Mistress of Murder Farms.
Wait, the Mistress of Murder Farms. I like that a lot. We have not talked about...
That's a Netflix show.
We've not talked about Belle Gunness or whatever, but I'm excited.
Alrighty, band. You know what to do.
Belle Gunness.
Thanks, band. Okay, yes. So basically, it's directed to a little article on sci-fi.com on the Sci-Fi Wire. So you know the Sci-Fi Channel. Oh, speaking of Sharknado.
Oh, true.
We got an article from... This is the Sci-Fi Week. We're actually sponsored. No, I wish to be sick.
We're sponsored by comedians in cars queer-eyeing the island.
Yeah, you didn't add any of the spooky stuff, but I'm here for it.
No, that's because the normal stuff is sponsoring us doing the offshoots, the rebranding.
This is an article by Christy Pushko, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I might have butchered your last name.
I like to think there's not an author, and you're just like, I think it's Christy Pushko.
I'm on namegenerator.com.
It's Childish Gambino?
Making your way as an immigrant in late 19th century America was rough.
Takes everything you got.
Exactly. Even more, you get another Cheers reference for all the people out there who know Cheers. Even more so when you're a woman on your own. However, one such enterprising woman carved her way to fortune and infamy by employing fire, insurance fraud, and plenty of poison.
By employing fire insurance fraud.
Absolute flames insurance
Absolute
fraud.
Flames insurance
She had the dopest fucking Jordan 1s, and her jeans were ripped to shit, baby. All right, this is the heinous tale of Belle Gunness, the mistress of murder farms.
I love it's a great title thus far. I'm in.
Some horrible people in history got the sickest nicknames,
yeah,
and it's a shame.
Yeah. It is a shame. Because then you got really cool people just being called I don't know.
Mother Teresa?
Yeah, Mother is a sick nickname, bro. Not. Okay, why don't you go to your PR team and try again?
She should be like the dope mother.
Yeah, see, that's an example of a really good nickname.
Her story of mayhem and murder begins in a candy shop, as they all do. In 1886 Chicago, she was a young wife who ran the shop with her first husband, Mads Sorensen.
I loved him in Hannibal.
Yeah, he was in I'm pretty sure he won an Oscar for some Dutch film that immediately got turned.
Yeah, about drinking and leaving your wife or something. I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born Brynhild Paulsdatter Storset in Selbu, Norway, on November 11th, 1859, she rechristened herself as Belle when she immigrated to the U.S. at age 21. Marriage and hard work were meant to pave the way to fortune and happiness, but the couple's shop was failing. Bad luck seemed to turn good fortune when the shop burnt down, and the Sorensens received an insurance payout sizable enough to buy a home. However, after this, tragedy would follow. The Sorensens had 2 children that died in their care. The diagnosis for both was acute colitis, a cause covered by the family's life insurance. At the time, no suspicion was raised, but as Belle developed a reputation, experts would point out that colitis had the same symptoms as poisoning: nausea, fever, diarrhea, and lower abdominal pain and cramping.
Pepto-Bismol.
In 1900, Mr. Sorensen would follow the children. Notably, he died on the one day where his 2 life insurance policies overlapped. That's wild.
Oh, man, what are the chances of that?
I don't know, but it would definitely give his wife the maximum payout.
This isn't sketchy. I love it.
No, yeah.
I love just pure, honest coincidence. It's a nice change of pace from our usual stories.
Yeah, this is just, horrible luck. We had 1 episode on horrible luck, and this is the second one. However, the dead man's relatives accused the widow, Belle Sorensen, of poisoning her husband for the insurance money. With the suspicions hanging over her, Belle left Illinois behind, using the life insurance money to buy a farm on the outskirts of LaPorte, Indiana. It was in LaPorte that she became Belle Gunness, marrying another Norwegian-born immigrant, Peter Gunness. This match did not last long. The couple was wed April 1st, 1902. Within a week, Peter's infant from a previous marriage would mysteriously die while in Belle's care. By December, Belle was a 2-time widow. She claimed Peter had met with a fatal accident, slipping in such a way that a heavy meat grinder fell from a shelf, crushing his skull.
Wow. It sucks that happens. The bad luck, as we mentioned. It just continues.
Whomst among us does not know? We should start a nonprofit to help.
Called Cleavers to the Head International.
Listen, has you or a loved one had a meat grinder fall off a shelf and hit you in the head? Let's take down Big Meat Grinder and Big Gravity while we're at it.
Yes. Big Gravity is way too strong right now.
Big Gravity is a sick name for a hip-hop album.
But yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So what? I could have thought of it too.
Yeah, let's workshop your yes. Yeah? Yes.
Yeah? Yeah. Big gravity.
All right, listeners, write in which affirmation you like better of Darcy's.
Yeah. Affirmative. Yes. Definitely.
Oh, of course.
They all have to sound kind of Valley Girl, though.
Yeah.
That's my one rule.
That's still something will be in the contract.
You're signing that NDA.
Suspicions were raised not only by the coroner, but also by the gossip of the local school children.
Oh.
See, this has got that has Salem vibes for all the kids. I was going to
say, you got some...
make up a nursery rhyme about them being a witch.
I was just about to say, once the nursery rhyme's involved, it's game over.
And then local law enforcement's like, well, that settles it. See,
it rhymed, it has to be true.
It's gotta be. See, one of Belle's adopted children, 14-year-old Jenny Olson, was said to have told a classmate, "My mama killed my papa. She hit him with a meat cleaver and he died. Don't tell a soul."
Dude, that's a sick rhyme.
That is a sick rhyme. I like to think that they were at a sleepover and someone was like, "Who do you like?" And they're like, "I don't want to say it." And they're like, "No, really, who do you like?" And to deflect from who she liked. My mama killed my papa.
With a meat grinder.
Don't tell us.
I don't like Kevin.
Jenny was brought before the coroner where she denied this story. Then Belle made her case to the man and somehow convinced him of her innocence. This was bad news for Jenny. While Belle told neighbors the girl had gone off to a finishing school for young ladies in L.A., the grim truth would be uncovered years later on the farm's grounds.
Uh-oh.
So basically, the coroner was like, "Hey, Jenny, when you told that person that your mom killed someone, was it true?" And she was like, "No." And then all of a sudden she disappeared. Single once again, Belle used her farm. This is another great line that kind of sounds like a rap. Single once again, Belle used her farms, her charms, and her remaining children.
That is rap. That's hip hop right there.
Listen, if anyone knows hip hop music, it's us.
Listen, if anyone knows anybody from Ruthless Records,
we have some great Netflix shows for them.
We got some really good ideas about public transportation.
So she'd use her farm, her charm, and her remaining children as lures to entice wealthy men to her home. Because what do wealthy men love more than farms, charms, and children?
Farms and charm. The FCC, baby. That's what it stands for.
Man,
farms, charms, and children.
Farms, charms, and children really care about TV profanity.
Yeah, no boobies.
She put out her personal ads in newspapers across the Midwest. Oh, so she was advertising.
Yeah, she understood.
She has confidence. I like
brand value.
The personal ads would read, "Personal, comely wife who owns a large farm in one of the finest districts of LaPorte County, Indiana, desires to make the acquaintance of a gentleman equally well provided, with a view of joining fortunes.
Whoa.
No replies by letter considered unless sender is willing to follow answer with personal visit. Triflers need not apply."
Do you think that
it worked?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's find out.
Well, as long as triflers weren't showing up.
True.
For many men, it seemed an offer too good to be true. Indeed it was. I love how this was the height of what men needed back in this time.
What?
A lady with a farm looking to join fortunes. Suitors began to turn up for scheduled visits to the farm. Some, like John Moe of Minnesota, brought lumps of cash to prove their worth to the widow. Strangely, Moe went missing after his visit. Never to be heard from again.
Yikes.
More suitors followed. More went missing.
Double yikes.
Meanwhile, Belle was spending... Yeah, ooh. Ugh. Listen, have your yikes ready. Have them out of your pockets.
Yeah, you guys... yikes on the tables because we're going to be slapping them.
Meanwhile, Belle was spending her money on large wooden trunks, which one delivery man said she was able to heft on her shoulder as if they were boxes of marshmallows.
So she a strong lady.
Yeah. Neighbors began to notice Belle digging in her hog pen at night. Still, the men came, signed over their deeds, and handed over their bank accounts, checks, and cash, then vanished into thin air.
Honestly, this is just girl boss shit.
This is just girl boss. It's just taking advantage of wealthy simps. Dude, she's got some serious game if
yeah, right?
Dudes are coming over visiting once and they're like, "You know what? here's all of my bank info.
Or it's just incredibly sad individuals.
Yes.
Who are like, hello, queen.
I guess, yeah, this is the old time equivalent of Twitch subscribers who just
it is.
Are like, here's $600, and then the person gets a boyfriend, and they're like, what?
Yeah, this is Belle Gus or whatever her last name. What is it?
Gunness?
Yeah, this is Belle Gunness Only Farms, dude.
Dude, the Netflix shows are writing themselves here.
They're all writing themselves. This episode is going to garner us bajillion dollars.
At least. And I'm going to give it all to a woman on a farm.
We're trying to save up because Scones has met a lady through the paper. She thought she was quirky for not using the internet.
Listen, I've met her once, but I really think she's different. Hashtag not like the other girls.
I brought a really heavy box and she lifted it no problem. So like she's the one.
Easy. She made it look like a box of marshmallows. And boy howdy is there one thing I'm looking for. How was Belle able to woo these men to travel so far and bestow upon her such grand gifts? A clue was left behind in a letter uncovered on her farm. To the unknowingly late Andrew Helgeline, she wrote, "To the dearest friend in the world, no woman in the world is happier than I am. I know that you are now to come to me and be my own.
Whoa.
I can tell from your letters that you are the man I want. It does not take long to tell when to like a person. And you I like better than anyone in the world, I know. Think how we will enjoy each other's company. You, the sweetest man in the whole world. We will be all alone with each other. Can you conceive of anything nicer? I think of you constantly. When I hear your name mentioned, and this is when one of the dear children speaks of you, or I hear myself humming it with the words of an old love song. It is beautiful music to my ears. My heart beats in wild rapture for you, my Andrew. I love you. Come prepared to stay forever."
Whoa, that's a line right there.
Right, and come prepared to stay forever would turn out to be a cruel joke, as the only suitor known to survive a visit with Belle would soon discover. Yes. So basically, she knows the words. She knows
how to pen a letter.
Oh, for sure. She's sitting there like the little dots on the text message are going because she's writing a
Yeah, she's not leaving nobody on red.
George Anderson came from Missouri to meet Belle. Over a lovely get-to-know-you dinner, she confessed her troubles in making her mortgage payments. Perhaps aiming to impress, Anderson said he'd pay off her mortgage if they decided to wed. That did not impress Belle much. Hours later, Anderson awoke to a fright. Belle stood above him where he slept, her face lit by a sputtering candle. That's so scary. She was transformed, no longer warm and welcoming. Her features were twisted into a countenance of hatred and disgust. When she saw that he was awake, she ran from the room. Then he fled from the... So she was just like a spooky ghost looking at him. And then
I was going to say, she's on Haunted Ghost Island or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, ah! And she was like, ah! And she ran away.
Nice.
Then he fled from the farm, a decision that saved his skin and his fortune.
I like that.
Eventually, one too many men went missing. Their families wanted answers from Belle, and her sweet words would not dissuade them. Then came the fire. I like the idea that she tried to dissuade them.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, she was like, it does not take long to know that you're the best and you should come staying forever. And then they don't. And then the family's like, hey, where's our son? And she's like, you guys are the best parents. Come over, wanting to stay forever. And they're like, no, that doesn't work.
Like, no, this doesn't work. You can't just keep doing the same thing.
On April 28th, 1908, a fire consumed the farmhouse where Belle lived with 3 children. Once the smoke cleared, the local authorities found the corpses of the children and the body of a woman. But, in a bizarre twist, her head was missing. Nonetheless, it was presumed that these remains of Belle Gunness, whose life of crime is believed to have begun with a fire for insurance fraud and ended with her whole world burning down around her. However, there was much more horror found on the farm. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Band, play us out.
Hey, great episode. Scones, I love what you did there when you said the cocaine thing. I really like that. I think we should do more about cocaine in the next couple episodes. I know I bring this up every episode, but cocaine is really cool.
You've edited out every single cocaine request so far. I wonder if this one's going to make it to the final cut.
You ever see Scarface? I want that.
I love that movie. I want to be like Scarface.
I bet I can. Mr. Scarface.
I bet it's really cool and has no downside.
No downsides, only upsides.
A dozen men were called in to dig up the land, which was a suspected burial ground. Thousands gathered to watch what would be unearthed. There they found what really happened to Jenny Olsen, as well as the bodies of 2 identified children, a slew of suitors, and much more.
Ugh.
It's estimated Gunness killed somewhere between 13 and 42 people.
Holy shit, that is such a wide range.
Yeah, forensics was not great.
Yeah, who's like, okay, we got a bunch of bodies in this hole, just from eye. It looks like maybe 13, could be 42.
The horse found under her hog pen earned her nicknames like the Lady Bluebeard and the Laporte Ghoul. However, even as the bones were uncovered, there was a worry that this was not the end of Belle Gunness.
Uh-oh.
She was gone, but her handyman, Ray Lampier, remained. He is believed to have been her accomplice in disposing of the slain, but the two had a rocky relationship. He was
like, come to my farm, I love you.
So pretty much he was simping too. He had hoped to woo Belle and become her partner.
He was the best friend who's like, poke, poke. Like, hey, Belle.
It's
belly welly.
It's so dumb. Like, I bury all these bodies for her.
Yeah, exactly.
And she just like doesn't like, I'm tired of wasting my time on someone who doesn't care.
It's like, why do good guys always finish last?
I'm a true gentleman, burying every body.
Yeah, exactly.
He had hoped to woo Belle and become her partner in life and on the farm. As such, he was jealous of their suitors who swanned in, like they owned the place. Months before the blaze, Belle fired him and tried to have him committed, insisting he was crazy and a threat to her and her family.
Man, he's crazy.
I mean, he sounds like he was crazy either way.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he's an accomplice in a bunch of murders, he's not the most level-headed dude.
And she's like luring in guys to kill them, and he's like, I'm really jealous of these guys.
yeah, right.
Some jocks just got it all made. When the farm burned down, he was brought in as a suspect and would ultimately be convicted of arson. Behind prison bars, he did not confess to the murder of Belle and her children. Instead, he claimed she was a serial killer and still alive. According to Lampier, Belle had murdered her suitors by pouring poison in their dinner coffee. While her victim was in a stupor, she'd split his skull like she had Peter's. Then, this robust murderess would haul her victims to the basement to butcher the body. Lampier claims some parts were fed to the hogs, while others were buried. Dude, you should have to do a background check if you buy pigs.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is way too common of a thing where hogs are hog accomplices.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hogs know what they're doing.
Yeah,
listen, pigs aren't innocent.
Hashtag, get it trending. Twitter, do your thing.
We're asking a lot of Twitter this week.
Yeah, do your thing, Twitter.
Then, when the heat was on her, Belle packed up the stolen money from a long line of lonely hearts, smothered her children to death, then fled for good, leaving behind a corpse that would look just enough like her to fool the authorities. Again, forensics weren't great, so they saw a headless woman and they're like, that's her.
They're like, must be her.
They're like, should we check? Does she have any like birthmarks? And they're like, stop asking questions. That's her.
They're like, it's a woman. She was a woman, idiot.
Do the math.
1 + 1, dum-dum.
He alleged that the headless cadaver belonged to a woman from Chicago who'd been promised the job as Belle's housekeeper.
Yikes.
Lampier's story spread through newspapers nationwide. For years after, people would claim to have spotted Belle in Chicago, San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles.
It's like, where in the world is Belle San Diego?
Pretty much, yeah. So get on it, gumshoes. It was as if the American public could not let go of this serial killer, who either had met a hellish end on her own killing ground or escaped into anonymity. Anonymity. Why can't I read today? To quietly swindle and kill again. Today, her story lives on as a tale of a boogie woman. I've never thought as boogeyman as gendered.
Yeah, you're right. Boogie woman.
Boogie woman. Who valued... That sounds like it's probably like a jazz album somewhere. Boogie
I was going to say,
woman?
it sounds like a 70s disco song.
Yeah. Who valued no man nor child as much as she valued that sweet, sweet cash.
That sweet, sweet green. And that's where we're coming from, Netflix. So thank you for listening to our pitch meeting. Do we have any investors?
We'll wait.
We'll wait. You guys got to talk. All right? This is called Power Moves in the Office.
This is the art of the deal.
I read the introduction.
So that's the story. That's the story of the mistress of murder farms. Thanks again to the listener's suggestion. at KMDoodles on Insta.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for being a patron. If you guys want to get a bunch of exclusive content, hit up the Patreon page for $6.66. Clever alert. We'll let you can listen to a bunch of extra episodes of us talking, just like this one, about various things. And it helps us out, so we appreciate that. So thanks for all the Patreon listeners. Thanks to all the listeners in general. You guys know where to find us. If you want to throw another huge spike in our downloads numbers, go to your friends and send them to our Twitter at MMMacabrePod or our Instagram at Monday Morning Macabre. Or tell them to go to MondayMorningMacabre.com for all of their merch, Patreon, and episode needs.
Yeah, if you're at a party this Saturday, just snag that ox and just go wild.
Go hog wild on that Bluetooth, baby.
Just throw up, be like, you guys ever heard of the Warminster
thing? I know
thing?
we're all dancing and listening to music, but listen to this jam.
This party's bumping, but have you guys heard of H.H. Holmes? Some grisly shit. Hold on one second.
Thank you guys for all of your continued support for the show. We appreciate it. 2018 is going to be our year. And I hope you guys have
people are looking at this download right now like, wait, what is this? Is this not the most...
They're like, is this a wrinkle in time?
Is my application not playing the correct episode? I don't know.
Is there 500 episodes of the show and only 100 have made it to Spotify? So thank you guys for listening. And above all, have a good Monday.
Above all, nothing below, have a good Monday.
Bye.
Goodbye.